Alright guys, it's Charlie Tango 1994 back with another YouTube video. Over the last few review videos, we've been looking at a number of different CB radios that are available to buy today to see how they compare to the older 80s rigs that a lot of us will remember from the heyday of CB radio in the UK in the early 80s. As we mentioned in the last video, a lot has changed in the world of CB radio in the 40 or so years it's been around, although in the last review video we featured one of the best known radio brands in the business, Midland, who are still producing CB radios today. Another company which features a lot in CB radios that are available these days is CRT, and we've looked at both their market leader, the CRT One, as well as the CRT Xenon, we reviewed only recently. Another in the range of radios that CRT offers is the CRT Millennium, which we will take a look at in this video. Having looked in the last video at the Midland Mini, you'd be forgiven for giving the CRT Millennium a second glance, since it is virtually identical in terms of size and shape, and for the most part has an identical layout and feature set as the Midland. One interesting comparison though is that where the Midland Mini retails at around £70, the CRT Millennium comes in at under £50 and is in fact the cheapest radio in the selection of modern CB radios we plan to review. Once again, the most striking feature of this radio is its overall size, or at least lack of it, since it's 120 by 110 by 27mm, exactly the same dimensions as the Midland Mini. Unlike the Midland, however, the microphone on the Millennium is detachable via an RJ45 connection. It has button controls on the mic, which is the same as all of the rigs we've looked at in this series of reviews, but unlike the M Mini, there are also channel selection buttons on the face of this radio also. The radio itself has a good sized display with just 4 push button controls and 1 large rotary control, or knob. Powering on the radio is achieved by turning the large control knob, which can also be used to adjust the volume setting. Although the display is relatively small in order to reduce the size of the radio, it does have an LCD signal meter, which some small form radios don't have. The screen also displays the channel indicator and mode indicator, as well as a transmit and automatic squelch indicator. Taking a closer look then at the push button controls on the Millennium, the AF button is your mode selector. On the UK band, this switches you between the UK block and the EU block, where when in other norms, the AF button switches you between AM and FM, which is indicated on the display. Long pressing the AF button enables the scan feature, where scanning will cease only when a signal is detected on any channel. Below that is the squelch button, which can be adjusted using the up-down keys on the front of the radio or with the buttons on the mic. Long pressing the squelch button will enable automatic squelch, which too can also be adjusted on the mic, as well as the up-down arrows on the rig. Along the bottom is the RF gain button. As before, this is controlled via the buttons on the mic or up-down keys. The final button is the EMG, or the emergency button, which cycles through the currently selected channel, channel 9 and channel 19. Long pressing the EMG button enables the key lock feature on the CRT Millennium. Changing your norm, if you plan to use a radio in another country, can be done by holding down the AF button when turning on the radio to display the different frequencies. This includes Europe, SEPT, UK, Poland, Italy, Germany and international. I was equally impressed by the size of the CRT Millennium as I was with the Midland Mini, and was impressed to see the detachable mic as well as the additional up-down buttons on the radio that you don't get on the Midland Mini. The CRT Millennium, however, does not have the option to add Bluetooth accessories, which are an option on the Midland Mini. Having looked at the similarities between the Midland Mini and the CRT Millennium, the key difference between the two is undoubtedly the price. What you get from the Millennium is the same size and, other than the Bluetooth capabilities, the same features, at almost half of the cost. That said, there is a big difference in build quality between the two. The Midland M Mini's case is built from aluminium, where the CRT Millennium is built from moulded plastic. No doubt, one easy way to bring down the overall cost of the radio. This may impact on the longevity of the radio over time, particularly in heavy use, but the CRT Millennium still feels sturdy enough to last and certainly presents no concerns about getting a few knocks and bumps during its years of service. Overall, I was impressed with this little radio, and to me there are some improvements over the Midland M Mini. Whilst the Midland has the advantage with Bluetooth capabilities, the CRT undoubtedly wins on price. Again, if you're looking for a rig to throw in a bag and go portable, then the CRT Millennium is the ideal size, and since it is the cheapest in our range of review videos, it comes in at an incredibly affordable price. You do get more from the Midland M Mini in terms of finish and the addition of Bluetooth, but this will cost you more, almost twice as much more, and that's before you need to invest in the additional Bluetooth accessories that you might want. Both offer the same compactness, the same signal meter on the display, and both companies are highly reputable and offer reliable equipment. So the key driver between the two is the price. If you like the look of the Midland M Mini, but consider it out of your price range, then the CRT Millennium is the one you should go for. In our next review video, we'll be looking at the last dual mode radio in this series before we move on to multi-mode radios. Until then, I'll see you in my next YouTube video.